2, 1. All right, guys, excuse the beeping in the background. I got some guy that's constantly going in reverse because that's the only way he knows how to go in a tractor. But we got the Exway X1 Pro that I'm on and the Exway X1 that John Moore is on. And we're gonna do like a speed test real quick from here into the end. And I would say that's probably 50 yards or so. So we'll do a quick speed test before we get going. Just know, I got a lot more weight on right now. I got a backpack, camera, we're pretty much lined up. So we're gonna go in on 1, but it's gonna be 3, 2, 1, all right?
How you gonna go on 1 if you go
3, 2, 1, and go. Right?
Okay.
3, 2, 1. This is freaking nuts. It's pretty lined up. I'm beating now. Screw this. How you take a head turn? All right, so it's worth noting that I have about a 10-pound backpack on going against John. So we were neck and neck until the end. I started to really pull away from him. So the power started to kick in. Here comes Matt on a different board. But I am waiting for an email back from the Exway owners for a code to be able to get that turbo mode installed on the board before the end of this video. Hopefully, crossing my fingers on that whole situation. But until then, we're gonna do our own little scenic route. There's like a 7-mile stretch. So the Exway X1 Pro has 16 miles of range versus the Exway X1, which has 10 miles of range. So we're gonna give it to the test right now and go back and forth and give you guys a little bit of perspective on which one's better. All right, I hope you enjoyed that little bit of a scenic route. I'm gonna give you guys an overview of the board right now, show you guys the differences between the Exway X1 Pro and the Exway X1. The all-new Exway X1 Pro has a brand new grip tape design with a nice plush undertone to help you feel out the concave of the deck more than you could in the previous generation, while also dampening out the cracks and potholes on your everyday ride. This board comes with the same seismic truck configuration as the previous generation, as well as the same Canadian maple deck with the military grade coating to help prevent any scratching or gouging on your everyday ride. While that intelligent core may look the same, it hides away that turbo ESC while also maintaining that same magnetic connector for the battery charger. Speaking of charger, with these cables you'll be able to charge your phone and the controller on the go. Working our way down, we have an all-new black 85mm wheel set, as well as fully upgraded brushless motors that push out 1200 watts per motor. You'll get an extra set of 85mm wheels for the back, as well as a skate tool to be able to tighten it down. We're going to be doing a bunch of different tests, just like we did on the previous generation, where we did a water test. Now I know that they recommend you only go through small puddles, but we've tested the previous generation like nobody else. So if you're interested in seeing the water test on the Exway X1, feel free to click the link in the description below, or wait until the end of the video and click the little card at the end of the video and it'll take you directly to it. Alright guys, I got the drone sitting in front of us. We are going to do a race from here to Matt. Drone is going to lead us, and hopefully the Exway X1 Pro lives up to its expectations and beats the Exway X1. But we will see. I don't know why I'm drifting forward.
Yeah. I'm even holding the brake.
3, 2, 1.
Whoa!
Did you?
Yeah,
Well, I put everything the same, so the acceleration should be the same on yours and on mine. I'm gonna stand on this side of the pole so I can hold my left hand.
That's what I was thinking too.
Right.
But yeah, you started pulling away. Once it got like past that line, I had no power left. I was like, damn.
All right, so we're gonna do round 2. This will be on the outside of the pole, make it a little more interesting. We're all lined up perfect. We're gonna go on 1, so it's gonna be 3, 2, 1. All right, so one thing to note that I forgot to mention is both of the boards are under the exact same acceleration and braking. So I made sure before I even started this whole process, before I even brought the board out, I had the same exact acceleration curve and braking curve for John and myself. I started to pull away, I'd say, a little bit before the halfway point from John. I think that's when the extra speed that ended up kicking in. But like I said, the Exway X1 goes 25 miles per hour. This one goes 29 miles an hour. The turbo mode is not yet accessed on this board yet. I'm still waiting for the download code from Exway. So stay tuned for that. If we don't get to that until the end of the video, be sure to check back in for another video. So stay tuned right now. I'm gonna put a little poll in the top corner and you tell me which board you'd rather have, the Exway X1 or the Exway X1 Pro. Price comparison on them is the Exway X1 is $888 and the Exway X1 Pro is $1,099. All right, so John, I just reached the end of the dock and we're taking a look at the controllers, and right now I have 43% on the board and 89% on the remote. What do you got, John?
On the board, 19%, and on the remote, 67%.
67%. So that goes to show the differences in the battery quality and probably the overall quality differences between the two boards. And that should also probably help you decide whether or not which board you want to buy. You know, I know there's a couple $100 difference in the prices, but I think the Exway X1 Pro is probably the best for its buy.
So I would definitely prefer the Pro over this, even though, yeah, it's just good ride. But between the grip tape and the battery life, I don't want to be stranded nowhere and my feet's all hurting. So that's my opinion on it, but I'd definitely go for the Pro.
But you know, the upside of that whole thing is you can kick this like a regular skateboard when the board does die, though.
Yeah.
Unlike a regular belt-driven board.
That's true.
Like my man down here. Matt is on a different board down there and he's got to walk it.
I think it's dead.
Because it died. But overall consensus, you would want either of the boards.
Yeah, I would definitely, just after riding both of them today, I would definitely spend an extra couple $100 for the Pro.
Overall consensus, my battery died. That's all I was just saying. All right, so I just ran into another skateboarder who's actually riding a longboard on the boardwalk right now, and he wanted to take a look at these Exway X1 and Exway X1 Pro, and I'm gonna show him the differences and let him try one right now and see what he thinks. So, are you familiar? Are you pretty good with riding one of those?
Yeah, good enough.
All right, I could put you on the beginning stage, which would put you on 9 miles an hour.
Yeah, man, do that. Start off slow. All right, awesome. Well, I'm just gonna take it back there and back real quick.
That's fine. Yeah, do your thing. This is what he's rocking right here. The only thing he's missing is a little bit of a hub-driven motor system, which I think we haven't sold on it so far. Look at him, he's comfortable, he's sold on it.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video featuring the Exway X1 Pro. Now, I did not get a chance to mess with the turbo section on that. They are still trying to work out the details with getting the section replaced with getting it all put on the iOS platform. Right now, it's only for Android, so I had a hard time getting it on my buddy's phone. Maybe in a future video here in the next week or so, we'll have a feature. Maybe here in a future video in the next week or so, we'll be able to feature that whole turbo section. But until then, I hope you enjoyed this Exway X1 Pro whooping that Camaro ass. So a lot of people say it's fake. Haters will say it's fake in the comments, that it didn't win, but we won. We out here winning. Now, if any of you are interested in picking up an Exway X1 or an Exway X1 Pro, feel free to click the link in the description below. It'll take you directly to the website, maybe to learn a little bit more about each one and its features. So if you guys enjoyed today's video, drop a like. If you love it, hit the subscribe button, and I'll catch you in the next one.